Goodness, you know what, you guys? Wow. Hang on, man. I'm going to clean that lens. Now, let's see if this helps. Hey, hello. There we go. Better, right? Wow, it was like I was in a fog, huh? Okay. Here we are going live. I don't know what time it is. It is 8:11 Saturday morning. I'm coming to you live from Dallas, Texas. Central time, Texas time. My hair is out of control this morning. What are you going to do? It's just me. This is the PB&J Influence, and I am Jane Paull-Bridgeman. Welcome to my show. Just let me tell you right out of the gate, my internet connection sucks. So you're probably going to miss a lot of the words that I say if in fact we don't get completely cut off. Yesterday was a challenge. I had to reconnect 3 times, totally threw out one of the videos and ended up with a part 1 and a part 2 on July 19th because I'm having so many challenges here, which I am bound and determined to overcome one way or another. I'm not sure how, but one way or another. There's more than one way to, I hate to say this, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Isn't that gross? Who the heck thought of that? Celery juice. So, guys, and I'm well into over 30 days of having celery juice, probably closer to 40. And every day, just about every day, unless I wake up one morning and open my fridge and I'm like, oops, I forgot I was supposed to buy celery last night. That's happened a couple of times. But overall, I've been very consistent with it. And it is definitely doing something to the inside of my body. And I haven't bought the Medical Medium's book yet, the guy that's the celery guy. Anthony, somebody, can't think of his last name. Anthony. Anyway, I don't even know why I think his name is Anthony. I could be wrong. But I need to get the book so that I can find out all the things that I'm supposed to be or could be feeling or experiencing with this cleanse. I know what I'm going through. Wow, it's really doing a number on my, shall we say, intestines. Like gives you an idea. So if you've never watched this before, I do this every day live, somewhere between 8 and 9 a.m. Central Time, Texas time. However, starting this coming Monday, the 22nd, I believe, of July, 2019, I'm going to begin doing it at a set time every day, which is 8:18 a.m. Central Time, Texas time. What we're doing? One day at a time. One day at a time, answering one question a day from this little book. And what's the point of that? Well, the point is so that you get to think about something today that maybe you wouldn't have thought of. Maybe you're not an introspective person. Maybe this is just a little food for thought for you in your day. And I get to discuss some stuff, you know, like friends, and go a little bit deeper. You get to know me a little bit more. And if I'm really lucky, you post a comment in the comment section and then I get to know you a little bit more. But just so you know, and I've got people watching this thing. It takes time, but there are people out there watching it. And most of you just watch it and you don't comment. Bet you didn't know I could make those chicken sounds. Yeah, I've been working on that for years, perfecting my chicken. God, chickens are so cool. If you don't know about chickens, they're some of the most beautiful animals. I adore them. They have the sweetest little personalities. Okay, so that was yesterday's question. This is today's question, and just to make sure I get it right, I'm going to use my glasses. Okay. And I always say this, most of these questions are designed to be read at night at the end of your day, and then you're supposed to journal about it. So I'm doing it all wrong. I'm reading it first thing, and I'm not writing it down. I'm just talking to you about it. And the question today was, were you relaxed? Well, it's only 8. It's probably 8:18 right now. And the question is, am I relaxed or stressed out today? Number one, I could back up and go to yesterday. Back up and go to tomorrow. Woo! I could back up and go to yesterday and think about that. I wasn't stressed out. I don't know if I was relaxed or not. I don't know. But I can tell you that most every day for the last 3 months, May, June, July, I have been stressed out. Yeah, for sure. I just moved to Texas from Southern California, and I did that on purpose, kind of like to throw myself into a university type setting, where for those of you that've gone away to college, like you go to college to go learn and do something specific. So you but I know I went to college to party, baby. Learning? Well, I don't know. I wasted my parents' money like crazy. Anyway. But this time around, I sent myself away to a place kind of to isolate myself and to get some very specific things accomplished in probably a 3 to 5 year time frame. And I'm really hoping a 1 to 3 year time frame. And it's all financially based, like what I'm doing, as my business in survival mode. So every single day I'm working on this. And of course, I brought my horses with me. And I say, of course, like maybe I have 2 horses. I brought them with me, and they're having a total wig out the whole time, trying to get adjusted to this whole move. And so I've had to deal with that. I almost lost one of my horses. Yes, one of them almost died. And I think they're both going to be fine. But the one horse, it's a daily thing. I don't know what's going to happen. So there was a ton of stress. I almost can't even tap into the feeling of how it was. It was probably stressful for the first 2 months. Now things are starting to ease up as I'm winding up this 3rd month here. And so what the question is, was I relaxed or stressed today? Almost every day I'm stressed. Every day there's a level of stress. Do you feel that? Think about this. Think about your own life. What are you experiencing every day? What's your norm? What's your normal stress level? Do you even address your stress? Most of us don't even look at it or think about it. You just put that wall up, you put the blinders on, and you just keep doing what you got to do, because we're all kind of in that survival mode. Not all of us, but I'd say a majority of people are in survival mode. And a lot of times it's easier to not look at it or think about it. But I know that I am under extreme amounts of stress, and I also do things to counteract that. And that's something that you should be thinking about as well. And what are the things that you do? And the easiest things to do, of course, are of low vibrational nature. Activities, I call them. Low vibrational activities, which would include self-medicating of any type, any drug, any substance, any beverage that might, this probably reduces my stress. Celery juice. There's no vodka in here. But drinking, most people turn to drinking, drugs. Some people use sex, porn. What else? I'm sure there's a lot of other vices out there, I just can't think of what they are because I don't participate in them. I've done my share of self-medicating for sure over the years. And the older I get, the worse it feels. And it's obvious. And so I just don't do it anymore. But, you could be picking some really positive stress management things to do, which would actually shift your personal vibration. And if you don't know this, we all vibrate. We are vibrating beings. There's frequencies that run in us. There are frequencies that run in us, that emanate from us, that determine our level of shine, let's say, our level of motivation, our mental level of positivity or negativity. And there are things that you can do to help regulate that. And most of us have never been taught that. Should have been taught that in freaking kindergarten. Yeah, and first grade and second and third, fourth, fifth. We all should have been taught how to use this vessel that we've been given. You dropped in here to the planet to have an experience in a human vessel. This vessel is not you. You are who is inside the vessel. And we have these machines that we get to operate, and nobody gave us an effing manual. Well, isn't that just dandy? Guess what? Somebody just popped on and said something. I'm going to look at the comment. Hey, making the shift from medication to a more positive is a huge, to a positive, yes. Making the shift from self-medication to a more positive activity is a huge undertaking. Absolutely, Kyle. I agree. And for some of us, we're so stuck in that lower vibration, and those lower activities are just such a part of us. We are so normalized to that to come out of that, to break out of that like cement, thick mud, that thing that's got us gripped down now because we've been practicing it for so long now. It's the very part of our fiber, right? To break out of that can be a tremendous struggle. So I'm really glad that you brought that up. I'm actually developing a whole program that is going to help people go from mud and stuck to being unslaved from this whole thing that keeps us bonded, bound, chained into what we think, that we can't break out of this into the next level and to find freedom. So stay tuned, you all. You're going to want to stay connected to me for when that stuff rolls out sometime before the end of the year. Working on this every day, people, because it's so important. Thank you so much, Kyle, for mentioning that. Awesome. I appreciate that. Yeah, it is freaking tough being a human, honestly. It can be. It doesn't have to be, though. That's the point. It doesn't have to be, and almost none of us realize that our lives can be this fantastic, joyous, but challenging, will always be challenging, but doable life that is an amazing adventure. And I myself have had quite the backstory of life where I was not making good choices and I was stuck in that same low vibrational place, and I had to overcome that and break free. And I'm on the other side now. I've been on the other side for and still continually working to become even more and more unslaved from my mind and my body, not letting them working in unison with my soul. Boom, 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 in alignment. And the consciousness that is within me, that's who runs the show. Woo! That's a powerful spot. That might be over your heads, you guys, but really need to start thinking about if you are wanting to not have so much stress in your life, which was like the original question, and to have maybe more joy and more passion about everything, anything, and that feeling of vibrancy and life, right? I just don't buy into old age and like your body starts going to hell in a handbasket. You're just slipping down this declining and you're going to be wearing diapers and you're sitting on the couch with a remote control with your mouth hanging open, drooling, watching all the shit that comes on television, totally